10. But I will destroy the fat and the strong. This part separates the real from the fake. Fat and strong here isn't healthy sheep. It's the ones who got fat off the flock. Corrupt leaders, predators, exploiters, arrogant rulers, spiritual bullies, and anyone growing powerful off other people's suffering. For dummies, if you got rich off hurting the sheep, the shepherd is coming for you. 11. I will feed them with judgment. Judgment here means the meal changes depending on who you are. For the humble and wounded, judgment is rescue and order. For the proud and abusive, judgment is consequences. For dummies, same shepherd, different outcome. Mercy for the broken, fire for the wicked. The wake-up lesson. This passage is Yahweh saying, I'm regathering my scattered flock. I'm restoring their land, their peace, and their provision. I'm healing the broken and strengthening the weak, and I'm judging the ones who fed themselves on the flock. So if you're one of the scattered, take hope, but don't stay lost on purpose. And if you're one of the fat and strong who loves power more than righteousness, tremble, because the shepherd is not asking permission to clean house. The kingdom question, the covenant people, and the law that never died. Listen, sons of Jacob, scattered, renamed, and surrounded by nations that don't understand your story. You've got people arguing identity, people arguing grace, people arguing whether the kingdom is real, and people arguing whether obedience still matters. So let's stop arguing and let the Bible talk. 1. Who are the covenant people? Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption, and the glory, and the covenants, and the giving of the law, and the service of God, and the promises? Romans 9:4. For dummies, this verse is a receipt. It lists what belongs to Israel. Adoption. Yahweh claimed Israel as his household. Glory. His presence and reputation were tied to Israel's calling. Covenants. Agreements Yahweh made with the fathers and their seed. Giving of the law. The laws were handed to Israel, not invented by Rome. Service. Priesthood. Worship. Set order. Promises. Inheritance. Restoration. Kingdom. So if a person reads that and still says, there is no special covenant people, they're not wrestling with your opinion. They're wrestling with the verse. 2. What were the disciples expecting? When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? Acts 1:6. For dummies, the disciples didn't ask, are you starting a new religion for everybody? They asked about restoring the kingdom to Israel. That tells you something important. The message of YAHAWAH'S wasn't forget Israel. It was repair Israel, restore Israel, wake Israel up, regather Israel, put Israel back in position under the Messiah. So when people try to preach a Messiah with no kingdom, no restoration, and no Israel, they're preaching something the disciples weren't even expecting. 3. Does salvation mean anyone can just claim it? And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be delivered. Joel 2:32. For dummies, whosoever doesn't mean whoever wants to stay rebellious. It means whoever calls on the name of Yahweh for real deliverance, meaning humility, repentance, and submission to his rule. And notice the same verse continues, For in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem shall be deliverance, as the Lord hath said, and in the remnant whom the Lord shall call. Joel 2:32. That's not random. Deliverance is connected to Zion, government center, Jerusalem, kingdom center, the remnant, the called-out survivors Yahweh selects. So yes, deliverance is real, but it's not a sloppy, lawless, say a line and ignore the covenant deal. It's deliverance tied to Yahweh's order and his remnant. 4. Why is Yahweh so strict about order? Because he is not confused, and he does not lose control of history. Hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called. I am he. I am the first. I also am the last. Isaiah 48:12. For dummies, Yahweh is telling Jacob and Israel, I started this and I finished this. So when nations, systems, churches, and empires try to rewrite the story, Yahweh is basically saying, I was here before your empire. I'll be here after it. And Israel is still my called. That's why restoration is guaranteed.